welcome to Big V TV. Great to have you with us for a Monday night, coming out of a super weekend of Big V finals. So much to talk about. Steve-O's with me at the desk, talking all things youthies tonight, seniors tomorrow night, and we've got a lot to get through because there were some cracking games.
Absolutely, 3 grand final game ones. So 3 teams have a distinct advantage going into next weekend.
I saw 2 of those games, by the way.
And of course, 3 other divisions well and truly in the finals race.
I did say that I would get out and about, and I did that. I enjoyed a couple of games. I thought one was incredibly exciting. I thought one was incredibly deflating. More on that shortly. Good. Youth League 2 women. There's the results from the 2 games on the weekend. These were both knockouts.
No, the top one was a qualifying final.
And sorry, the second one was elimination final. Yes. So Pakenham went down to Frankston. The Warriors get to fight another day. Cootsey had 19 and 8 in that game. Annabelle Fitter had 13 points. So Frankston progress. They've got a big game coming up. Whittlesea and Blackburn. Whittlesea smacking Blackburn. Blackburn had to make some big choices on a certain player in particular.
Correct. That on last Saturday night.
Yes, Belmonte. Whittlesea way too good. LT Power 21 and 8. Windy had 8, 9, 4 assists, 4 steals, 6 blocks. Did a little bit of everything. Meg McCarthy 12 points for Blackburn. But my paces, Steve-O, continue.
Yes, that's right. They move on to face Pakenham in that cutthroat elimination final now this week, which is actually at 6 p.m. Saturday.
When is it?
Can confirm 6 p.m. Saturday, Cardinia Life.
Is it down at Packy, is it?
Yes.
I might go down for that game.
I'm sure you will be welcome with open arms.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Love the crew down there. Doesn't mean I'm going for them.
Until you decided that you're supporting the Whittlesea Pacers.
Well, who's Frankston got? Who are they playing?
Well, they travel to Casey.
Oh, that's right, Casey, yes.
And that's for a spot in the grand final.
Were you surprised by either of those 2 results?
Yeah, I think Frankston probably surprised Pakenham. I thought on their home deck the Warriors may have been too good, but all credit to Frankston.
Who are you with from here, by the way? We haven't seen Casey yet in the final, so we probably need another week.
The Cavs are in the box seat.
Yes.
Being the #1 team in the competition.
Do you rate Bods and all the crew out there at Whittlesea? Do you just rate the Pacers at all? Windy in the
Very
team?
much so. Could be the Cinderella story of Youth League 2 women this year.
I like that. I've got my glass slipper out. Youth League 2 women. I've worn them a few times. Youth League 2 men, sorry. Here's the results from the weekend. Don't you laugh under your breath. Pakenham had a big win over Mornington. And Melton and Craigieburn literally tossed defence out the window, as they've done so many times this season. They are 2 very exciting teams to watch, and they delivered 219 points between them.
Absolutely. Touch on the first game first. However, Tommy Greer had a big game to lift the Warriors over the line. 21 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 steals. Pakenham now go into what could have been a rivalry semi-final series because they've touched on Collingwood a couple of times this season, and it's been a very even affair, so I look forward to that one as well.
Going to be a great matchup. Kai Taylor had 19 points for Mornington, and Melton and Craigieburn came to play.
That's right, 115-104. Abraham Solano, 33 points,
good.
7 rebounds, 7 assists, had a trio of steals as well. Just outdid Bolback, who did his best for Melton with 25 points and 7 assists.
So where do we go to from here for Youth League 2 men?
Semi-finals, best of 3.
Yes.
Series, I believe it may not be, maybe one off. Collingwood host Pakenham, so they are one-offs, and Frankston host Craigieburn for a spot in the grand final, which is a best of 3.
I know we'll talk more about it later on this week. I don't want to put pressure on you now, but just which way you might be leaning? I know you're all over this competition.
Well, I still tend to lean to the Collingwood All-Stars camp, but I think it's going to be an absolute blockbuster when they host the Warriors.
Do you need a little bit more think
Probably.
music? Okay, all right, fair enough. We'll give you that. Youth League 1 women, there's the results from the weekend. Now, these are best of 3 semis at the moment. McKinnon at home went down to Keilor. Keilor just blasted away in the last quarter. It was pretty even up till then. 27-13 last quarter. Emily Alice. Now, double E. 33 points in this game.
Had 6 3-pointers, I believe, as well.
Just burst out of the blocks, double E.
Well, she's been consistent this season, but it's probably been in the teens in terms of scoring. put on a show in the biggest game of the year thus far.
I would have loved to have been there to see this performance from Emily Alice. I think she could, if she keeps playing like that, Emily Alice could quickly become one of my favourites. That's an extraordinary game in a final. So well done to Double E. Very, very good.
Tamara Booth, 18 points and 20 rebounds.
The Booth's been doing that all season.
Yes.
Chelsea Branston, reasonably well held.
Mm-hmm.
They get another crack at it. McKinnon out of Keeler. It's going to be tough, though.
Was somewhat the difference, obviously, holding Branston quiet, and I assume that Keeler will do the same back at home.
The young Supercats couldn't get past the young Jets. The Propellers got it by 14 in the end. Naomi Stowers had 17 points. Jamie Crombie had 19 for Geelong. I think I saw that one coming. You might have gone for Geelong, actually. It was a bit of a foolish decision on your behalf,
I
Steve.
doubt that. I'm pretty firmly in the Sunbury camp.
Right, okay.
So that's...
Angers, that's right.
That's pretty foolish.
Angers went all right in this game.
Yeah,
How come she didn't get it right up? 15 and 15. Yeah, why did she get it right up?
Well, Naomi Stowers led the team in scoring, I should say, with 17 points.
Just left Angers out. What, you're trying to keep a lid on them at the moment?
Exactly
trying
right.
To keep it under. Okay. I think Sunbury might. I know we'll talk about it later on in the week. Give you a little bit more thinking time, but I think Sunbury's looking good.
Very much so.
Sunbury Keilor would be a heck of a matchup.
Be a great grand final series.
Let's go to Youth League 1 men. Game 1, best of 3 GF series, and this one went down to the wire and included a shot just after the final buzzer that was wiped out, and Waverley get it by 1.
I think Sunbury were in command for the duration of the game. Waverley stormed back, went up. There was no score for like the last 2 minutes.
Yep.
Sunbury and Waverley, they couldn't find the basket, but as you mentioned, the Jets had their chance, but it was just after the horn.
Just after the buzzer. Andy Nola had 16 for Waverley. Ivan Lonkarik had 19 and 7 for Sunbury. If you're a Jets fan, don't panic. Don't push the button yet. Everything's okay. They'll head home.
Get down to Boardman Stadium next Saturday night. That is the message.
It'll be busy. They pack a crowd in there.
They do.
It'll be a busy joint. I think Sunbury, they're okay.
They'll be all right. I mean, you take away game 1 away from home, 1 point loss.
Yeah.
And there's obviously positives and there's things to work on from that game. You can come into game 2 a lot.
I'll tell you what though, Steve, in all best of 3 series, when you're on your home deck first and you're the lower place team, all you can do is win that first one to put pressure on the opposition.
Absolutely.
And Waverley have done that. Let's have a look at Moulton VYC women. Same situation, game 1, best of 3. Knox 90 defeated Sandringham 80 in overtime. Megan Hedge, her name's Megan.
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
I just wanted to
Thank you.
bring that up with you because I know Megan very, very well. I'm a big fan of Hedgies, and I just want to make sure we get Megan correct. Megan Hedge, or Hedgie as I know her, had 26 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Eliana Bravington had 24 and 11. Leah Santamaggio was going well in this game. Got fouled out late.
Yes.
Decision that I clearly disagreed with. It was right in front of me, and anyway, I certainly wouldn't put her out for that game. But to their testament, Knox, they went on and won it in OT without Leah. Did very, very well. Cassie Hill was very good for Sandringham with 21 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. I saw this game. I was here. I just stayed away from the masses and just observed the game in my own little space. And it was a great game to watch. Well, a lot of fun, open and running basketball.
The big thing I took away from it was that I think Knox only mustered up 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Had their chance to win it on the buzzer in regulation time, missed the shot.
In 10 minutes, but then in their 5-minute overtime period, poured in 20.
They're very good.
They were absolutely
dominated in OT.
In the overtime period, yes.
Came out and just full of run, sparked it up. Bravington, terrific close to the basket. And a big crowd. Gee, it was a big crowd. Really enjoyed it. Sandringham, for mine, still showed enough. I know we'll talk about it later in the week, but I'll give you an early insight to how this weekend will unfold. Knox are missing one of their key, I believe will be missing one of their key players this weekend. So I'll touch on that more later on in the week, but my mail has it that one of Knox's key players is out this week.
Stay tuned for Friday.
There you go. Is that when we're doing it Friday?
Absolutely.
Can I just give it now? Or?
Well, if you'd like to.
I may have mentioned them on the show so far
tonight.
Okay. Not may have, I have. Moulton VYC men. Well, Steve, we were out at this game. There's the result up on screen for you. As you can see, Nunawading 99 defeated Eltham 75. We clearly did our best to build this into a big crowd. We had a bit of fun with it last week. You with the Blue Army, I was with the Red Army. Crowd was fantastic.
The correct army, you mean?
The crowd was fantastic.
Massive. Yeah, it was great to see.
We both went along and had a look at this game. We sat side by side, just under the cover of darkness, up the back of the stand, and just played it low key. Just take us through the main players so far, because I've got a couple of things to say on this.
The main players or the main plays? The main players, it was Zach Coleman-Bock for Nunawading.
Unbelievable.
Basically in the first half, 24 points and 12 rebounds.
Picked Eltham up by the scruff of the neck and shook them senseless.
Tommy Graham took over from Coleman-Bock, did the damage in the second half, 19 points and 5 rebounds. And for Eltham, Mark Scherf probably kept him in the game for longer than it was, with 21 points.
Can I just say on Tommy Graham, because I know he's one of your favourites, a couple of his drives to the basket and dunks, unbelievable.
Fantastic. Put Ovi McBeggar on a poster, I think, in the third quarter. And then he tried to do it again and didn't quite get there, but just threw it in anyway.
He's one of my new favourites, Tommy Graham.
The Spectres crowd, let me tell you, made sure they showed some love for Tommy Graham.
I had a few of the plays. It didn't go unnoticed by me, by the way. I had a couple of the Spectres players down on the court after the game. They come in as a group and they have a quick chat and they, high five and all that sort of stuff. I had a couple of them look up to me in the stands after the game. It didn't go unnoticed, fellas. I saw you just giving me the daggers up there. I tried to stay out of the way and stay away, but I did notice that. I'm going to say, and when are we talking about this second game?
Friday night, Big VTV.
I don't know that my mind will change between now and then. Based on what I saw Saturday night, Eltham has completely and utterly zero chance. Based on what I saw Saturday night,
it jumped off already.
No. I haven't jumped off because I hope they change some stuff. I hope they look at that game. I hope they go through the tape meticulously, and I hope they change. But based on what I saw Saturday night, if we're looking at the same game plans and the same execution, Eltham has zero chance. They have to change something this week because they were monstered.
They were completely outplayed. They were outclassed.
Nowhere near it.
It started early and it happened throughout.
Yep. The lead at one stage got out to 31.
Yes.
And you and I sat there and we both thought it'd be 30 plus and ended up coming in about 24, 20. What was it, 25, 24?
Yeah, 24.
Steve-O, it was two contrasting. One was just purely in attack mode all the time. Eltham looked hesitant, looked nervous, looked rudderless at times. They had players in foul trouble. They just had no system going from start to finish, to be honest with you. And the other team looked just in control from start to stop.
And the interesting takeaway from that will be how not only Eltham react, but also how both teams will react out of game one and come into game two.
If I'm Nunawading, don't change a thing, fellas.
Absolutely.
What you did on Saturday night is enough to get this job done. It's up to Eltham now to adapt and come up with something different because Nunawading were awesome. You'll notice I'm all in blue for tonight's show,
That's
by
right,
the way.
because you've quickly changed sides.
No, I'm still with Jeffers and the crew, but they're going to have to change, Steve. They can't do the same thing because the same result will come about. They were smacked. Rightio, tomorrow night. Who's at the desk tomorrow night? Is Freeman in town? Or
Craig will join you.
Dr. Sniffles, is he around? Okay, Sniffles will be with me tomorrow night, going through some senior results. Unbelievable on the weekend.
Well, I believe you may be one happy man tomorrow night.
I'm happy all the time. What are you trying to say? Hey, have a great night. And there's we've got some teams in action this week. I know my guys are actually playing against. Who are we playing? University of Colorado.
Yes.
Tomorrow night down at State Basketball Centre, about 7:30ish. I think there's a bit of that happening this week, isn't there?
There may be. I don't think you'll be risking too many of your players. Might be some of the youth kids running around. But
It might be. I think. Do you want a game tomorrow night?
I might politely decline.
Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night, 5:30 p.m. Big VTV.